So, have you ever known anybody who spent so much time on their resume that their LinkedIn profile was anemic? And even worse, was it somebody who applied for a job over LinkedIn only to get a nasty surprise that it's common for recruiters to use bots to eliminate LinkedIn profiles, and then for the recruiters themselves to look at your LinkedIn profile even more closely than your resume? Don't be that person. What we're going to do in this sprint is to help you not be that person. You'll get insider hiring manager tips from me on how to clean up your LinkedIn profile, what it needs to contain, as well as some tricks to optimize your profile for what recruiters look for. As a bonus, you'll get insider secrets for taking out the bots and preventing them from eliminating your profile, along with the other 75% of the profiles they eliminate within a few seconds. So the moral of this story is going to be for you to give some love and attention to your LinkedIn profile, not just your resume. And do yourself a favor. Put yourself in the shoes of the recruiters who will be reviewing your LinkedIn profile. Make it easy for them to see who you are, what you stand for, and the value you bring as a Scrum Master. And be smart about faking out the bots by following the insider tips that you'll get in this sprint. So on September 1st, our aspiring Scrum Master Quinn got some exciting news at the mentoring cohort meeting. Her fellow cohort member, Karthik, told her, "Hey Quinn, your background is in financial services, right?" "Right," said Quinn. "Why?" Karthik answered, "Because my old colleague David told me there's a financial services Scrum Master job posted on LinkedIn. I thought you might like to apply." Hearing this, Quinn felt really excited. She said, "Thanks, Karthik. Can you send me the link?" "Sure thing," he said. "But there's one thing I thought you should know. My friend David said to tell you that the recruiter uses bots to eliminate around 75% of the LinkedIn profiles that are incomplete or don't match the job description. He also said the recruiter does read through people's actual LinkedIn profiles before passing anything on to the hiring manager." Quinn felt her heart sink. I noticed the upset look on her face and asked, "What's wrong, Quinn? Isn't that good news?" She said slowly, "Well, I'm realizing all of a sudden that I spent so much time on my resume that I ignored my LinkedIn profile. I feel like it's in shambles. I know I'm missing some pieces like dates and past jobs and recommendations. And even worse, I haven't posted to LinkedIn or participated in any LinkedIn groups or events in a few months. And recruiters look at that, don't they?" Karthik said, "Yeah, they do, from what I've heard." Quinn said, "I feel sick. What am I going to do? Just when the perfect job shows up, I find out I'm not ready." I said, "Don't worry, this is fixable." Quinn said, "But how?" "Little by little," I said. "Let's start with the completeness issue. Bots will eliminate your LinkedIn profile if you're missing some basic ingredients. So just check out the list I'm about to give you and make sure that you add all those basic ingredients." "Ugh." "Okay," she said. "Tell me the list." So I answered, "You need a headline, summary, experience, and regular posts in your activity log. Those are the basics." Quinn said, "I can do that." Then I added, "But you also want to add to the list to make sure you fill in your interests, volunteer work, education, training, certifications, and if you can get them, recommendations from other people, like former employers or colleagues. And writing a couple of short LinkedIn articles on topics you feel could interest others will make your profile shine to other people, and to bot algorithms, and to recruiters." "Okay," said Quinn, "what else should I think about?" I said, "Make sure you have a really good picture of yourself on there. It should be professional looking." But then Karthik broke in at that point and announced, "Hey folks, my friend David just texted me. He said the recruiter is looking to set up interviews in the next 5 days. Quinn got a slightly panicked look on her face. She asked, "How on earth can I get all that done in just 5 days?" I said, "Don't worry. The good news is that most of it is already done." "What do you mean?" she asked. I said, "Easy. Most of that's already on your resume. Just do a copy-paste onto your LinkedIn profile. Make sure your personal brand is on there, and you are well on your way." She looked unsure. What about recommendations from other people? I need to get those. So I said, send out those requests today. Just go to the recommendations section on your profile and put in the name of who you'd like to ask. And here's a hot tip. It helps to text them or email them in advance to ask them if you can ask them. She looked relieved. Okay, she said. What's next? I answered, the other thing for you to keep in mind, Quinn, is LinkedIn etiquette. Use professional language, both on your profile and when you reach out to other people with connection requests. And when you ask people to connect, send them a personalized note in friendly but professional language. Tell them something you appreciated about their profile and that you would like to connect with them. And monitor your LinkedIn messages inbox to avoid burning bridges by not responding to anybody's notes to you. I'm guilty of this. You can set LinkedIn to send you an email when people respond to you, so don't miss those. So Quinn was looking less stressed out at that point. She said, that all seems pretty straightforward. So I continued, make it a point to get yourself known in the Scrum community. Join LinkedIn groups about Scrum, Scrum Mastering, attend LinkedIn events. Be generous with your comments and ask questions in those events that are respectful and curious. Be a constant learner, and people will appreciate your contributions. I can tell you this honestly, as an organizer of these events, I appreciate it when people speak up. Quinn said, actually, when you describe it that way, I'm realizing I can probably do all that in an afternoon. I'd agree with that, I said. Now, let's talk about how to fake out the bots. Different bots are programmed to look for different keywords and keyword patterns. So, the way to fake them out is to use a variety of keywords and keyword patterns, not just one. So, for example, don't just say Scrum Master. Also say Scrum Mastered and Scrum Mastering. Don't just say you lead teams in sprint planning, but also say leading teams in sprint planning events. Do this in your LinkedIn profile and it'll put you way ahead. And don't forget, the bots will automatically eliminate you if you're missing core pieces of your profile, like your headline or a summary or experience. So make sure to just copy-paste those from your resume. Quinn looked relieved. She said, Kelly, it would have taken me years to learn all this. Yeah, I said, it did take me years to learn all of it. And now I want to make that road shorter and easier for you guys. So what we did in this sprint was to show you how to avoid putting yourself at a disadvantage by not giving your LinkedIn profile enough love. We covered specific ways to make your LinkedIn profile shine, as well as specific steps you can take to make it stand out for recruiters and get past the bots.